Hey, what's up guys? This is Vikas once again back with another tutorial, and in this tutorial I will show you how to create a 6-step infographics like this in just PowerPoint. So as you can see here, I have created a pillar-like structure in middle, you can see here, and I have also created a 6 circular base over there around this pillar, and these circular base are connected with the help of the strings and a circular ring over here. So this type of effect I have created here, and on each circular base I have placed different icons, and each base representing a different text over here. So this infographics is used as timeline infographics and step infographics also. So before start creating guys, I just want to request you, if you are watching this video for the first time and new on this channel and haven't subscribed this channel yet, then please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever we upload a new video on this channel. Your support motivates us a lot to create some new stuffs like this. So without wasting our time guys, let's get started. So click on the insert option over here and click on new slide option, add a blank slide over here. So blank slide is added successfully. So first we will create these shapes, circular ways. So before start creating, I just want to show you how I have implemented this circular base over here, which type of custom shapes I have used here to create such type of effect or such type of circular base. So drag it over here, right click over here and ungroup it. Now the shape is ungrouped. Now drag this shape over here. Look, this shape I have created. So this is the custom shape I have created, and these two shapes are just a oval shape with the gradient fill, and the difference is that the gradient fill is alternate to give a effect like this. So this is how I have created a circular base. So I think you got it. So now it's time to create. So click on the blank slide option, just click on insert option, click on shape option. Here you will find a rectangle option. Just click on that and drag a rectangle over here like this. From now I'm going to make it no outline, and again I'm going to click on insert option, choose oval shape option over here and drag a oval shape over here. For oval shape I'm again going to make it no outline like this, and for now I'm going to change the shape fill to red. I'm going to zoom in so that we can see it clearly. Now place this oval shape over the rectangle like this. Okay, I have to duplicate this oval shape option over here. So I have duplicated it, and for now I'm going to change the shape fill of this. So now you have to select all these two shapes. Just click on the merge shape option and click on union. Okay, now place this oval shape option over here like this. You can see here I have placed this oval shape over here. Right click over here and choose format shape option. Okay, now choose gradient fill option, and here before before start filling it with color, I just have to copy these color samples from the previous slide I have kept here. So I'm just going to press Ctrl C to copy these color gradients and paste these gradients over this slide. Okay, now select this oval shape, and you have to keep the handle like this, and for the left handle you have to choose this blue color from the color sample, and for the right handle you have to click or choose this color sample from here. Now zoom in and press Ctrl D to duplicate this shape one more time. Press Ctrl and Shift and drag it inward to make it smaller, little bit smaller. Okay, and now I'm going to alternate these gradient handles over here. So alternate these gradient handles to alternate the gradients. Okay, like this. Okay, and place this over here. So click on this shape and click on the gradient fill option over here. For the right handle, I'm going to use this color, and for the left handle, I'm going to use this pink color. But you have to change the type to linear from the radial like this, and the angle should be something like 180 degree. Okay, so before start making a duplicate copy of this shape, we just have to create a shadow effect over here. So for the shadow, I'm just going to click on insert option, just click on shape option, and here you will have to choose a oval shape option again and drag oval shape like this. Now make the outlines no outline. Okay, and the shape fill should be something gray like this color. Now click on the shadow option, click on the soft edges option and choose a 10 points over here. Okay, and now I'm going to move it like this and place it over here. Okay, and right click over here and send it to back like this. Okay, so for now I'm going to make it a little bit transparent, so I'm going to make it transparency like 65. Okay, it's enough, so I'm going to make it 60. 60 is enough. Now select all these shapes and press Ctrl G to group it. Now this is the single group, and now we have to duplicate it 6 times and place it according to our slide. So I'm going to press Ctrl D, duplicate, and place it over here. Again press Ctrl D. I think it's the size is bigger, so I'm going to reduce it a little bit, like I'm going to keep it this much. Now press Ctrl D to duplicate it, place this shape over here, again press Ctrl D, place this shape over here, again press Ctrl D, place this shape over here, press Ctrl D, place it over here, and again press Ctrl D and place this shape over here. So now it's time to create a pillar. So for pillar, I'm just going to click on insert option, just click on shape option, and here you will find a cylinder option, cane option here. So just click on that and drag a cane shape over here. You can find a yellow dot over here, just drag it downward, drag it bottom, okay, like this, and make it no outline by clicking on shape outline option. You will find a no outline option over here, so just click on that. So for now, I'm going to fill it with the gradient colors. So for the right handle, I'm going to use some darker color over here, and for the left handle, I'm going to use some light gray color over here. So now I'm going to change the type to linear from the radial, and the angle should be something like yes, you have to keep the angle like this, 180 degree. Okay, so for the right handle I have to make it like this, and for the left handle I have to choose a white color over here. So now you can see here, uh, for the right color I have to choose a darker color over here, and for the left handle I have to choose a light gray color over here. Okay, so now we're done with this shape. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to create this type of effect over here. So let me show you how I have created this type of effect. So as you can see here in the pillar, there is a cutting part effect like this. It seems like the circle is emerging from some part of this pillar and connect these circular arc to the circular base. Okay, so for this what I am going to do is I creating this type of effect. First I have to make this left handle little bit whiter, white. So this much is enough. Now it's done. So for creating such type of effect, you have to choose a rectangle over here. So drag a rectangle over here. Just make it no outline by clicking on shape outline option. Just choose a no outline option over here. Again, click on insert option. Just choose a oval shape option and drag it over here. Again, make it no outline. And for now, I'm just going to click on shadow option and choose presets and choose this one over here. And for now, I'm going to increase the blurriness to this and decrease the size of the oval shape and place this shape behind the rectangle. So send it to back and reduce the rectangle so that we can see the shadow over here. Okay, it's fine. So now it's time to change the color of this rectangle. I'm going to choose a white color for this and drag, make it a single group by clicking Ctrl G on the keyboard. So press Ctrl G and I think rectangle should be greater. So keep this over here. Okay, but before placing it, I'm just going to decrease the size of this to this. Now zoom in so that we can see it clearly. And for this rectangle, I'm going to use a gradient fill option over here. So for the right handle, I'm just going to use eyedropper and I will choose this color over here. Okay, and for the left handle, I'm just going to use eyedropper and will choose this color over here. So now you can see the effect clearly. So for more, so just zoom out over here and now you can see the effect like this. So now it's time to add a circular ring over here. So I'm going to use a oval shape option over here. Control and shift, press Control and shift and drag it something like this. Okay, so now I'm going to choose a shape fill no fill option over here and make the outlines to something dark gray over here like this. And now I'm going to make it more wider. The outline should be more wider, like I'm going to choose this one and place this over here. Okay, now I'm going to choose this shape and bring it to the front. So sorry, and bring it to the front. Now you can see the effect like this. Now it's time to connect these shapes to the circular thread, or you can see the arc. So now click on the insert option, just choose a shape option. Here you will find a arc option over here. Just click on that, press Ctrl and Shift and drag this arc like this to create an arc over here. So for now, I'm going to choose the color of arc like this and make the arc like something wider. I'm going to choose this one. Okay, and the outline color should be this. Now rotate it like this and I'm going to connect all this shape over here. So I'm going to fast and forward the videos and so it will take some time guys. So I just don't want to waste the time and make the video boring. So that's why I'm fast and forwarding this video. Now to cover this thread, we have to bring this circular base in front. So right click over here and bring it to front. Again right click over here, bring it to front. And right click over here, bring it to front. Again press right click over here and bring it to front, bring it to front, and bring it to front. Okay, so as you can see here the shadow is appearing on the shape. So what you have to do, you just have to right click over here, make it ungroup like this, and now click on the shadow and send it to back. It's done. Okay, so look how you can feel the different color in different circular base. So before start filling, you have to ungroup the shape. Let me explain you why I'm doing this. So just choose this shape, and for the right handle I'm going to select this green color over here, and for the left handle I'm just going to use yellow color over here from this color sample. Okay, so now here in the, when you click on the home, you will find a format painter option over here. So just kept clicking on this shape which I have filled right now, and click on the format painter option over here and click on this shape. Again drag it like this and format painter option and click on this shape, so that it will automatically fetch the color. Now what you have to do, you just have to click the middle shape over here and alternate the handles like this and place the shape as it is. Now you can see the effect over here. So this is how simply you can feel the gradients to different shapes. So now I'm going to fast and forward the video so that we can save the time. So now we're done with the different shapes, and now it's time to add the text group over here. So I'm going to copy it and paste it over here like this. So now I will show you how which type of text I'm using in this text group. So you can see I have used 721 cn and the size is 20, and for the body part I'm just using Calibri body and the size is 14. So that's all about the text group. So I'm going to press Control D to duplicate it one more times and place it over here. Again press Control D to duplicate it and place it over here. Press Control D, place it over here. Control D, place it over here, and press Control D over here. Okay. So now it's time to change the color of these text. So I'm going to use different colors. So I'm going to use green color for this. Now for this text group, and along with I'm just going to change the step. This is step 2, and for step 3 I'm going to use a blue color like this. For the body I'm also going to use blue color, and this is step 3, so I'm going to change it to 3, and for this I'm going to change it to 4 using green color for this text. Okay, so this is quite simple guys, but the different types of element is there, so it will take some time, so there is no need to get worried about this. Just do it step by step and you will definitely get the result. So I'm going to change it step 5, and for this I'm going to change the color to yellow, something yellow, like you can use this also. So for body I'm also going to use this color, and finally this is our step 6. So I'm going to change the text to 6, and the color I'm going to use this color for this. Okay. So this is how I have added the text over here. So now it's time to add icons. So I'm going to copy all these icons over here and place it to our circular page. So one more time, I just want to recall you guys that I have already downloaded these icons from the flaticon.com, which is the best website to download any icon. So I will prefer you to go there and download the icon and use the icons in your project. So that is very beautiful and important website for an icon. So I will highly recommend that site. So I will also give the link in the description, so please check it out after watching this video. So this is how you can create this type of effect. So for pillar you can also add a shadow over here, which if you are a regular viewer of this channel, then you know how to add a shadow effect over here. So this is all about this 6 step or 6 timeline infographics like this. So that's all for today guys. See you in the next tutorial. Till now, bye and thank you very much for watching this video.